Did you call bank? I called game.
Video was made possible and sponsored by MMOCS. Buy cheap NBA 2K MT at MMOCS.com. Use my promo code PACG and you can get a 5% discount. What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here, and today I'm talking about three-point shooting, the most important thing in the NBA. And I'm gonna look at NBA 2K19 and see, according to 2K, who are the best three-point shooters in the NBA, the top 10. So how I did this is an NBA 2K19. There are three three-point ratings. There's open three, moving three, and contested three. So the 10 players that had the best average of that rating were the better three-point shooters in the league. Some NBA players were great at wide open shots but were not good at moving shots, while other players can make stupid moving shots but they couldn't make open ones. So some of these players that you think in your head might not make it on this list, they might have been snubbed. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join the Pack Nation, because when you're not an OG, you're an OG, and no one wants to be an OG. Also, I made an Instagram account. If you want to follow me, there it is. Let's get this list started. At number 10, the 10th best shooter in the NBA, according to NBA 2K19, Malcolm Brogdon, my president. He was Rookie of the Year and is currently shooting 41% from three on 3.4 attempts a game. That is a pretty high field goal percentage for three-point shooting, and he's shooting a pretty good amount, almost four a game. In 2K, he has an 87 open three-point shot, an 84 contested three, and an 84 off the dribble shot or moving three. So good shooting for Malcolm Brogdon. His best ability is open threes, like most players. At number 9 on this list is Jason Tatum. So ever since Jason Tatum came into the NBA, he was already a good three-point shooter, which is really rare to happen. College three-point line is a little shorter than it is in the NBA. So usually players that come from college and into the NBA struggle with shooting threes, but not Jason Tatum. He was straight buckets right when he stepped onto the court of the Celtics. And even though he's been struggling lately, he's still shooting threes better than most people. This season so far, he's shooting 40% on 4.2 attempts a game. He has an 85 open three, an 85 contested, and an 85 moving. 85s across the board. That's really rare to see a consistent three-point shooter like that in Jason Tatum. The next player is Buddy Hield for the Kings. The Kings that almost freaking beat the Warriors and are playing really good in the West. One of the main reasons is because Buddy Hield has been balling out. Also Darren Fox and Willie Cauley-Stein, but Buddy Hield specifically has been balling out. Buddy Hield gets better every single year. Buddy Hield is shooting 48% on 5.7 attempts a game, with an 86 open three, an 86 contested, and an 84 moving three in the game. Statistically, right now, Buddy Hield is the second best three-point shooter in the NBA. I know he's number 8 on this list, but like statistically, he's shooting 48 freaking percent. That's insane, by shooting a lot of threes too. That is almost unheard of. There's only one other guy that does that, and we know who that is. So Buddy Hield shooting like one of the best shooters in the NBA. At number 7, it is the DJ Augustin with a 90 open, 84 contested, and 84 moving. Great three-point shooter as a 75 overall, the lowest rated player on this list. Right now, DJ Augustin is shooting 46% on 3.7 attempts shooting in the NBA right now, shooting like one of the best shooters in the league. Now, historically, DJ Augustin has been pretty inconsistent when it comes to three-point shooting. Like, he'll average 40% and then he'll average 30%. And like, he does that every single year. And this year, he's averaging the best field goal percentage he ever has on three. And is maybe one of the reasons the Magic might even make the playoffs this year for the first time in a long time. That's why DJ Augustin is on this list. At number 6, it's Curry. Seth Curry, the brother of Steph Curry. 89 open three, 85 contested, and 86 moving three for Seth. Seth Curry is shooting a ridiculous 50% from the field. 50% on 2.3 shooting. So he's only shooting 2.3 times a game. So he's not shooting a lot, but he's making the shots he's shooting, and that's crazy. The Curry name has some serious weight when it comes to three-point shooting. Seth Curry is no exception. Steph's brother is no joke. Up next, it is Joe Harris. Joe Harris from the Nets has an open three-point shot of 97, an 86 contested, and an 81 moving. He has a ridiculous open 3 of 94. That's a crazy rating. And is shooting a ridiculous 45% on 5.1 shots a game. This is another player that's not only shooting a lot, but making a lot. Kind of like Buddy Hield, not as good, but so I believe Joe Harris statistically is the third best 3-point shooter in the NBA right now. And honestly, if it wasn't for Joe Harris, the Nets might not be able to make it to the playoffs, and it looks like they could. It's gonna be hard for them, but they could. And if Karis LeVert comes back anytime this season, it might happen. At number 4, back on the Bucks, we are with Chris Middleton. 90 open 3, 88 contested, and 84 moving for Chris Middleton, making an average of 87.3 for Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is shooting 42% from 3 on 7.2 threes a game. That's insane. Listen, all this talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo is great and all, but every single Jordan needs their Scottie Pippen, and Chris Middleton has been the reason the Bucks look really good this season. Chris Middleton is shooting better threes and more threes than he ever has in his career, by a lot. And not only is he shooting all these shots, but he's making them too. That is rare to see. At number 3, we are with the Snake, Kevin Durant. 89 open 3, 89 contested, and 89 moving. 89s across the board, a better Jason Tatum. But here's the thing about KD. He's only shooting 32% on 3.8 attempts a game. He is shooting the lowest 3-point field goal percentage he has since he was a supersonic. That's crazy. Because of those stats, technically KD shouldn't even be on this list, but we can't ignore the fact that Kevin Durant is an amazing shooter and one of the greatest scorers of all time. We can't really ignore that. So of course he's going to be on this list, but as of right now, he shouldn't be, or at least they should lower the ratings a little bit. The same goes for number 2 on this list, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is shooting a 95 open, 95 contested, and 85 moving 3 rating with an average of 91.7 3-point rating. He's right now shooting 32% from 3-point shots, and he's shooting 7.6 threes a game. Right now, Klay Thompson is shooting the lowest 3-point field goal percentage he ever has in his entire career by a mile. Now, I know that's probably going to change, and Curry not being there changes a lot of things for them, but according to stats right now, Klay shouldn't be on this list either. And finally, at number 1, it is the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, Steph Curry. Of course it is. Now, he is injured, so ignore these stats, but in reality, he has a 99 open 3, a 98 contested, and a 98 moving 3. That gives him an average of 98.3 rating for 3, which is almost perfect. So far this season, he was averaging 49%, which is ridiculous, on an unimaginable 10.5 attempts a game. If Curry never injured his groin, Curry would probably be looking like the MVP right now. Steph Curry right now is making the most threes he's ever had in his career, an average a game. I know he didn't play a lot of games, but so far he's been looking like he's gonna play better than he's ever have before, and hopefully he comes back soon so we can find out. But that is it for this list, you guys. Do you agree or disagree with 2K? Leave it in the comments below, and if you like my channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.
Did you call bank?